So in this video, we'll do a quick demonstration of creating a histogram chart. When do you use a histogram chart? Well, I want to see how data is distributed across buckets or bins. So for instance, in this example, I have 1,000 people with different ages. How many are between 0 and 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30? Or you may have student scores. How many people between 90 and 100, 80 to 90, 70 to 80? It could be any kind of data. So the temperature, sales figures over time. You just want to see how that data is distributed across buckets, if you will. So the charts are easy to create. You simply select that data. And like I said, I have 1,000 ages in here. So I'm going to go to Insert, and then right here is your histogram chart. Next to it is a Pareto chart. So let's just click on histogram. The most common thing that you want to change on your histogram are the size of your bins so that you can see that distribution. In this case, they actually aren't too bad, but let's go into it anyway. So a few ways to get to this format axis. One is to double click on it. Another way, I will go ahead and close this out, is if you select it and then go Control-1, that will open it up. And of course, under Format, you can choose your axis off this list and then go format that selection. And and by the way, I have this note here so I don't forget. If you want to change your bins on a Mac, more often than not, I get students telling me it can't be done. It can be, it's just not under Formatting Axis. You right-click on one of your data points and then format that data series, and then you'll find it there on a Mac. So it can be done. In this case, though, because I'm on a Windows computer, we want to format the axis. We'll go to Axis Options. Now, a few ways to change the width of your bins. One right here is just say, okay, I want to see every 15. So if I click out of that, then you'll go have fewer buckets. Let me go back into the axis. So this went to 7. If I change this back to, I think it was 9 before, then notice this goes to 11. Or you can just say, you know what, I want 15 bins, and then let Excel figure it out. I just have to click out. So there it is at 15, but now we have these strange numbers. So I will go bin width. Let's go ahead and do 10. And another thing you may want to do is to have an overflow bin. So we could just say anybody over 90 will go into this bin, and anybody under, we'll do an underflow bin of, I'm just randomly choosing numbers here of 5. So these are people less than 5. These are anybody over 90. And then of course we went with a series of 10 in between there. Obviously, a good piece of information would be to add data labels. Whoop. Outside the end of the bar. And then what's kind of cool, so let's say I take this first guy, he's 79, so he's going to be in this bucket, and I'll change his age to 89. And so now all of a sudden this went to 88. We added 1, or took away 1 from here, and then we added 1 to there. So as these values change, you'll see the change in your distribution on your histogram chart. And the last thing I want to talk about with charts in general is how to set up alternate text, which is basically a way for screen readers to describe this chart to somebody who's using that tool. If you select on a chart and go to the format ribbon for the chart, you have something called alt text right here. So once you have this, just click on that border around the chart, and you can describe age distribution histogram chart. So if somebody can't see this thing, at least the screen reader could describe what they're looking at using your alt text right there. So one more time, that's selecting the chart, clicking on alt text as a button on the format ribbon for that chart, and typing your description right there.